right? There's 4 FISA.
Okay.
There's one application, but it was renewed 3 times. So the FISA application had to be reviewed 4 times and approved, and would have an expiration time. You know, Carter Page is spied on this amount, and then they have to go back and they have to renew it to continue to spy on them. And it was renewed 3 other times. The first one was approved by Sally Yates, and the second one was by Sally Yates. The third one was by Rosenstein, and the fourth one was I don't know. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I know.
But one of the main errors was, this is crazy. This is crazy. The CIA, the IG report said this. The CIA found out that Carter Page was a spy, or the CIA didn't find out. They told the FBI that Carter Page was working for the CIA, that he was a undercover source or whatever, top secret, whatever he was. He was an employee for the CIA. And
what?
Exactly. And that was an electronic memo and everything. That was an email. Basically, CIA emailed the FBI and said, Carter Page is working for us, right? He is an informant for the CIA. And what do the informants of CIA do? They get intelligence. They get foreign intelligence. They deal with foreign intelligence.
All right.
So the FBI thought that does not look good on the application, because they got to submit all this stuff. We want to spy on this dude. We need to have just cause. That's not going to look right if he's a CIA agent. So they changed the wording. A lawyer from the FBI changed the wording from Carter Page is working for us to Carter Page is not working for us. Changed it completely. So every foreign relation type stuff that Carter Page had, the FBI can say, see, I told you, look, he's working for them. It's foreign intelligence. And that is one of the most shocking things ever, because the FISA court is a federal court. You're lying to a federal court. It may be secret to us, but to the FBI, that's like lying in court.
Wait, and this is in the IG report that actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was one of the most that was one of the most shocking things.
What?
They're actually tampering with evidence. Yeah, because think about it. If you're a CIA guy, you got all types of foreign intelligence. You got all types of stuff that you're trying to do. That's your main job. So the FBI is using Carter Page's main job against him to spy on the Trump campaign, because Carter Page has all the communications from the campaign, the past communications from the Trump campaign to everything. Right. So, I mean, he's the.
You think? I don't know what.
Isn't that shocking? Isn't that shocking?
So were they trying to like protect his identity or something?
Who?
Carter Page.
No, that was giving them justification. So if say Carter Page is an undercover agent for the CIA or something, and he's tasked with some thing of finding information on the ambassador of Switzerland or something like that. So he does that, right? So then the FBI denies that he works for the CIA, and they can just give the FBI information that, see, I told you in 2014, Carter Page is trying to get information or communicating with the ambassador of Switzerland or something like that. See, that's proof. That's proof right there. So that's what they're doing.
Right.
They're just tampering with the evidence to give this false impression that the people in the Trump campaign are dastardly and working for foreign intelligence and stuff.
But really,
that's lie. Really, that's a huge lie.
But they're really working for our intelligence, yeah.
Carter Page was. Carter Page was, exactly.
I'll be right back. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, that's on the FISA report. That's one of the most shocking things. But there's much more. There's much more that's shocking, because it's 17. It's 17 huge things. It's not like little things here and there. Okay, one of the things was Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, they kind of confirm a lot of the stuff that a lot of the conservatives were suspecting. Because I mean, conservatives, yeah, they could be biased, but if Obama is doing some dastardly things, some sinister things, who do you rely on to uncover it? The liberals aren't going to do it. The conservatives are. Just like if there's conservatives doing some shady things, the liberals should uncover it. So
Right.
the conservatives were saying all along that Obama knew about all this stuff because it's from the highest possible sources. How can you not know about this stuff that's been going on? Spying on a major campaign, it's not just some rogue elements. That's what they were saying all along. And a lot of the liberals or the newspapers, I just say the newspapers, a lot of the mainstream news was saying, well, no, it could be just some underlings and stuff. That's what they did with 9/11 too. The agents that housed the terrorist in 9/11 and stuff, they were acting on their own volition. The higher ups didn't know anything about it, which is it's hard to believe that. And so Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, because of the IG report, we found out their text messages back and forth. Lisa Page is the lawyer, Andy McCabe's assistant, basically, and the lawyer.
Yeah.
And
Peter wanted to get Flynn fired.
Yeah, and Peter Strzok is the the office head or something. Hold on, I can never remember that name. Peter Strzok is the section chief. He's the section chief, and he was a part of the Mueller report. He was a part of Operation Crossfire Hurricane, because all this is Operation Crossfire Hurricane, what I'm saying to you about the spying and all that stuff. And he was also section chief of something else. All three things involving Trump. He was there and everything. So we got their text messages during the 2016 era, and we really found out what was going on. And one of them was was he involved in all this stuff? And we didn't know for sure. We had hints, but we didn't know for sure. And then finally, we got the Peter Strzok and Lisa Page back and forth text to each other because they were having an affair.
Right.
So, and okay, so this Trump won. Trump won the election. This is January. The Obama administration, they're moving out. Trump's about to move in. And Obama has a meeting with Sally Yates, with Loretta Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, maybe not Loretta Lynch. I think Sally Yates was there for Loretta Lynch. But Sally Yates, Joe Biden, Obama was there, a couple other people. I don't remember who they were. And they basically mentioned about Flynn. They mentioned about Michael Flynn, and they mentioned about Biden mentions the Logan Act. They're trying to get Flynn for something.
Mm-hmm.
So Biden mentions the Logan Act, and then Obama says, let's get our best men on it, or something like that. And we know this by two confirmations. We know this because the text from Lisa Strzok and not Lisa Strzok, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, man, these names are crazy. Confirms that.
Right.
Yeah. He writes that, or he wrote, that was a text from them. And then we also found that from Susan Rice, who emailed it to herself.
Right.
All this information. So we got confirmation that Obama knew about Michael Flynn. And if he knew about Michael Flynn, he knew about Operation Crossfire Hurricane, because that's what was the operation to spy on Flynn, Carter Page, Manafort, and Greg Popovich.
Susan Rice wrote herself, right? She said,
yeah, she wrote it. She emailed it to herself.
She really basically was like, she was like, hey, this is kind of strange that they would even say this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. It's like, what did they know? It's almost like they're talking in code, like only they knew the language or something. Biden Logan Act or something. Right. Get our best men on it. It's just a. But let's see. Oh, I was trying to think. Okay, and this is the thing too, because they've been lying. They've been lying under oath, and they've been caught lying under oath. So every hearing to James Comey and all those guys all said that Operation Crossfire Hurricane, it started because of they got word that George Papadopoulos was meeting with I think Kislyak. I think Kislyak. I don't know. Michael Flynn was also. Yeah. I think Kislyak.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that all from the Steele dossier, right?
Well, that's what I was about to say.
Like that was their informant.
Well, that's what I was about to say. So Christopher Steele was an agent, a British spy, and he was hired by and he was hired by Fusion GPS, which was supported by the Democrat National Committee and the Hillary Clinton campaign.
You're saying you got a liberal conspiracy Austin Powers type James Bond bullshit going on.
Yeah, pretty much. And so Michael Steele was
the motherland. The motherland.
So Michael Steele was paid by Fusion GPS to get opposition research on the Trump campaign, and also the FBI was paying Michael Steele to come up with what was called the Steele dossier. And the Steele dossier,
which is just all the dirt.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta ask you about this.
It was the Trump pee tapes. They said that Trump went to Russia and peed on a bunch of prostitutes.
Which hey, that's fine. He's a private citizen. Whatever.
But that was all this stuff that was in there.
Good for him.
All types of stuff. And in the dossier, there were a lot of connections to other people too that they wanted to get, like Michael Flynn and all that, saying that they had all this connection and ties to Russia and all this stuff. But it was all in the Steele dossier, and the IG report basically found out that the Steele dossier was complete crap. Complete. The sources, they interviewed the sources that Steele used, and it was just complete garbage. Nobody, Republicans or the Democrats, nobody can say that the Steele dossier is a source anymore. They can't say it. It's that inconsistent. They found out that all the sources were lies. Horowitz said that.
I got a question. Is there a paper trail from the FBI, or is there a paper trail from the FBI to Steele? Like, do we know that he was being